The greatest rivalry in sports, the Red Sox and Yankees, are tied atop the American League East as they head into this August weekend series. All the familiar faces back together again. Game 1, Red Sox and Yankees, coming up next. It is a picture-perfect night from Fenway Park as the Red Sox welcome in the Yankees for Game 1 of a 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Rosillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Welcome to Red Sox-Yankees baseball from Fenway Park this weekend, where the Red Sox have their pitching rotation lined up for the 3-game series. Lester, Lackey, and Beckett and all have enjoyed very good success against the Yankees, especially recently. Lester will be making his 3rd start since coming off the DL, going back to before he went on the DL. He has posted an ERA just over 1 in his last 4 starts. Lackey is 4-0 over his last 5 starts with a strikeout-to-walk ratio of 26-3, and Beckett has been nearly unhittable against New York this season. His ERA in 3 starts against the Yankees is 0.86, and he'll get the start on Sunday night. We welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, the season series begins again tonight, and so far this season it's been very one-sided.
Well, the Red Sox have dominated the Yankees to this point of the season. They're 8-1 against New York so far this year, and they've really outplayed them in just about every category. They scored 60 runs, the Yankees 37, hitting 290 as a club. The Yankees only 223. On-base runners in scoring position, 381 and 314 for New York. Now, you might remember in 2009, the Red Sox did the same thing in the first few meetings. They had the upper hand early in the season, and the Yankees came back and played exceptional baseball against Boston in the second half. We prefer it not to be that way this time as the Red Sox continue, as you mentioned, to roll, and they have their rotation set up the way they want it for this weekend, and it's all tied at the top. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Well, the Yankees captain Derek Jeter just celebrated a milestone recently. We'll come back and talk about Jeter more right after this. everybody. I'm Don Orsillo as we get ready for Game 1 of the 3-game series and talk some Derek Jeter. Boy, he had a rough year last year. The numbers were down for Jeter. A tough negotiation during the offseason contract-wise and a slow start to 2011. Then he went on the DL with a calf injury. But since coming back, he is back to playing very good baseball and has been red hot for New York. When he went on the DL back on June 14th, on time he was 6 hits shy of 3,000. The pursuit of 3,000 resumed 3 weeks later when Jeter returned what had already been a tough season. But he was hitting 260 when he went on the DL. Then he came back 324 of his last 25 games. He's docked in 18 runs over that span and has scored 17 times. The 5-hit game he had today collected number 3,000 as one of 9 multi-hit games during the stretch, and he is one of the Yankees who has been red hot as they head into this series after sweeping the White Sox this last couple of days. With more, here is Heidi Wadney.
Derek Jeter certainly has been hot over this last stretch. He's batting .370 over these last 7 games that the Yankees have won. As a team, they've scored 63 runs. That's an average of 9 runs a game over this stretch. They're batting .354 as a whole. One of the things Joe Girardi talked about before the game.
I don't remember a time that we've hit as well as we have the last 7 or 10 days. Maybe there is a period. I don't remember it if there is. And I believe the confidence is high. I think our guys feel good about the way they're swinging the bats, and we do too.
Now the Yankees have scored at least 17 runs 3 times this season. That's as much as all of Major League Baseball combined. Don?
Last time the Yankees were here, it was April, and on fire was Dustin Pedroia. Went 9 for 13 in the series and had some great defense along the way. The Red Sox second baseman is ready for Game 1 of the series coming up next. By Grey Goose, Nissan, Bermuda Tourism, Kia, AT&T, Dunkin' Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. Yeah, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. It is a spectacular night here at Fenway. Nothing but blue skies above as the sun sets. The lights are on in very comfortable conditions tonight as the Red Sox welcome back the New York Yankees. And it's amazing that it has been since April since the Red Sox have seen the Yankees here at Fenway Park. And tonight, the Red Sox play their 111th game of the year. John Lester leads his team onto the field. As the Sox take the field from Fenway tonight, let's check out the New York Yankees starting 9. Derek Jeter leads it off at shortstop with Curtis Granderson out in center field. Mark Teixeira at first base, bats third. Robinson Cano mans second base and is in the cleanup spot now with A-Rod on the DL. Nick Swisher is in right. Andrew Jones in left. Russell Martin does the catching, batting 7th with Jorge Posada the DH 8th. And Eduardo Nunez at third base, that's 9th. It is John Lester who takes the hill for game one of this three-game series, his 21st start of the year. He's 11-4 with a 3.17 earned run average, 124 Ks in those 127 2/3, and opponents are hitting at just 231 against him. Last time out, a victory against Chicago, an 8-inning effort, which he gave up 2 runs and punched out 8 in 8 innings.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They are third in the American League with 54 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Marco Scutero the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, Josh Reddick, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for John Lester.
Umpiring crew tonight, Eric Cooper's got the plate calling the balls and strikes, with Mark Carlson at first base, Tim Timmons at second base, and the crew chief, Jeff Kellogg, is the umpire at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
You know, it is perfect here tonight. 71 degrees. Breeze in from right at 13 miles per hour. Partly cloudy is expected, but right now, nothing but blue skies above Fenway Park. Nice to see Larry David in the house. And the Fairley brothers are here as well. And Woody Harrelson on the far side. I saw Spike Lee earlier. We got celebs everywhere here tonight, Jerry.
Yeah, celebrity night here at Fenway Park.
Derek Jeter ready to step in. Don and Jerry are here too. Lester ready to work as Derek Jeter, now a member of the 3,000 hit club. Swings at the first pitch and sends it foul. Nice pick down there by the ball attendant.
Now Derek Jeter will do that very often. Swing at that first fastball that he sees leading off a game. That time hitting it foul down the first base way.
Lester ready with his 0-1 pitch. And Jeter sends it out to center field. Ellsbury tracking it as he gets back to make the catch. Now number 1 is Derek Jeter here in the first inning.
Lester comes inside with the fastball. Jeter hits it pretty well, but right at Jacoby Ellsbury in center field for the first out of the ball game.
The key matchup is brought to you by Honda. Curtis Granderson's just 2 for 13. 154 average against Lester, but does have a home run mixed in. Granderson in center field and batting second. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 1. Fastball from Lester.
Kevin Youkilis in tight at third base on the grass, expecting the possible bunt from Granderson.
Granderson leads the majors in runs scored with 98. And tied for third right now in home runs with 28. It's been a very powerful year as he bunts at it, fouls it off, 0-2.
That just goes to show you, Don, what kind of player this guy is. 28 home runs on the season, yet he tries to bunt on the first 2 pitches.
Triples, a category that he has always been near the top or at the top, especially in his time at Comerica Park in Detroit. We had a ton of triples. Now batting second in Joe Girardi's order. The 0-2 is fouled off to the left and out of play. John Lester coming into this outing against New York in his career, amazingly 8-1 against the Yankees with a 3.56 earned run average. In here at Fenway Park, he is 2-0. Swing and a miss, strikes out Granderson. A good start from Lester, 2 down.
Well, Lester goes to his bread and butter pitch, the cut fastball to pick up the strikeout. That's the 119th time that Granderson has struck out this season.
So the K-men go to work, and there's strikeout number 1 for Lester, 2 down. Mark Teixeira having a terrific season, 31 home runs, 85 runs batted in. And without A-Rod batting behind him, continues to hit well He's got another good hitter behind him now, and Robinson Cano slides up from 5 to 4 in the Red Sox in the Yankees order. That just misses, and it's 1-1.
Teixeira right now on a 6-game hitting streak. You see what he's done in his last 11 games.
He's not alone. This Yankees team hitting about as well as they have all season. White Sox witness to that over the last 4-game series in Chicago that Yankees went in and swept. Yankees getting here early this morning after their game last night against the White Sox. And come in tied atop the American League East. Swinging a foul for Teixeira. Jerry, I, for one, very surprised to see the Yankees where they are. We talked about it during spring training. A lot of question marks. Their pitching staff, their starters beyond CC Sabathia, but here they are.
And the last time we saw them, Don, it was like they were kind of heading downward a little bit. You know, they looked a little old in that series against the Red Sox, but man, they have turned it around and played some great baseball.
Swing and a miss. Lester off to a terrific start. Back-to-back Ks of Granderson and Teixeira. The Yankees go down in order. Red Sox are coming up. Bottom of the first inning back at Fenway Park, and on the mound former Red Sox pitcher Bartolo Colon. Who thought this was going to happen? Colon makes his 20th appearance, 17th start. He is 8-6 with a 3.30 earned run average, and has had a very good season for the Yankees. He and Freddie Garcia going to spring training, trying to get jobs, and both end up in the rotation. 5 innings last time out in a win. It was good enough against the Orioles. And Colon looking for win number 9 as Jacoby Ellsbury stands in and takes ball 1 downstairs.
Now, certainly one thing that has been up for Colon is the velocity. That first pitch at 94 miles an hour. When he was at the Red Sox, he was barely touching 90.
The velocity has gotten better even since spring training when the Red Sox faced him at Steinbrenner Field. Back to throwing the way he did in some of the previous years with the Indians and Angels. It really looked like when he left Boston that would be the end of his career, and it appeared it was going to be until playing winter ball this last offseason and getting the arm strength back again and trying to make a comeback. And here he is, an integral part of what has got the Yankees to a 68-42 mark. Ellsbury slaps it foul, and it evens at 2-2.
The Red Sox will see a lot of fastballs from Colon and a lot of two-seam fastballs. He has that ability to throw inside on left-handers and have that ball tail back to the inside corner.
He's worked a lot with Francisco Cervelli behind the plate, but tonight it's Russell Martin, and it's a good start now for Colon. He strikes out Ellsbury, 1 down.
That's exactly the pitch we were talking about right there. He starts it inside. This one comes back and catches the middle of the plate for the strikeout. The two-seamer from Bartolo Colon.
So 1 out for Dustin Pedroia. Hitting at .311, 15 homers, 57 runs batted in. Pedroia was 9 for 13 in the first series here at Fenway Park between the Red Sox and Yankees back in April. Right now leading the major leagues against left-handed pitching, hitting at .426, but still pretty good against right-handed pitching. 10 home runs of his 15 on the season off right-handed pitchers. That's strike 1, 2-1. Adrian Gonzalez waiting on deck. Just outside, 3-1.
And so far, all fastballs from Colon.
Swinging a foul and almost falling down as Pedroia, full count. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It is Jacoby Ellsbury who leads it off in center field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base. Kevin Youkilis at third. David Ortiz at DH with Carl Crawford in left. Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching. Josh Reddick in right. And Marco Scudero at shortstop bats ninth. Brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. On the ground but right at Cano. The Yankees second baseman throws out Pedroia, and there's 2 down.
And now we'll look at the Yankees defense. That's 8th best in the American League. 69 errors on the season. Eduardo Nunez at third base. Derek G to the shortstop. Robinson Cano at second, and Mark Teixeira the first baseman. Left to right, Andrew Jones, Curtis Granderson, and Nick Swisher. And Russell Martin doing the catching for Bartolo Colon.
2 down in the first inning. Adrian Gonzalez is coming up. .356 average, 18 home runs, 91 runs batted in. I think it was a bit of a surprise to begin the year that the Yankees would head into the season with the back end of the rotation of Colon and Garcia. But that's the way it worked out. But I think there were a lot of people surprised that come trade deadline time, the Yankees didn't do anything else. And they didn't do anything at the trade deadline. And Phil Hughes, of course, coming back off the DL. He was roughed up here earlier at Fenway Park this season, and now back for the Yankees. Nova pitching well last night, and I think Brian Cashman really had to weigh whether what was out there available was any better than the guys he already had, and at the end of the day the answer was no, so they stand pat.
Now they have been pleasantly surprised at what they've got from the back of their rotation.
2-1 is fouled back, and it's 2-2. A.J. Burnett is struggling, 0-3 in his last 6 starts. ERA of an even 6. It'll be Lackey and Sabathia in game 2 here tomorrow, and then Beckett and Freddie Garcia in Sunday night's game. Gonzalez fouls it off, and it hangs at 2-2.
That's that fastball again we were talking about against left-handers, starting it inside. The natural movement of it, bringing it back toward the plate. See where Russell Martin sets up. He sets up inside off the plate. That's where he wants Colon to throw the ball. First breaking ball for Colon.
And it is up the middle, but Cano is out in short right. His throw off balance and off the back foot, but good enough to get Adrian Gonzalez. Colon has a 1-2-3 first. We head to the second without a score. At Fenway, and you purchase that game's ticket from Ace Ticket, you'll go for free. Visit aceticket.com for more details. Dick Ebersol and Susan St. James enjoying the ball game tonight from Fenway Park.
Shame on NBC.
Top of the second inning. Robinson, Cano, Nick Swisher, and Andrew Jones. Lester with a 1-2-3 first. As Cano takes a strike over the outside corner. Shifting up from the 5 spot in the order to the cleanup spot. 301 average. 18 homers and 75 runs batted in for Cano. He is quickly in the hole, 0-2. Batting at .301 overall this year, but even better since the end of July. Sits safely in 40 of his last 51 games, and this marks the 52nd game in which he has batted fourth. He's hit .311 in those games and strikes out quickly here. For Lester, it's 3 straight strikeouts.
2 on cut fastballs. This last one on Cano on a straight fastball away from him. Great start here for John Lester, especially with the strikeouts.
One out here in the second inning for Lester. Nick Swisher checking in. Hitting at .267, 14 home runs, 62 runs batted in. Last 44 games, he's hit at a .327 clip as he takes strike one. And just 5 home runs in his first 60 games of the year, but now 9 home runs in his last 44. And is combined to hit 14. In the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike. Swisher coming to the Yankees from the White Sox. He's in the midst of a 4th year of his 5-year contract that he signed initially with the Oakland A's. And stops in Chicago and New York since. Ball 2, 2-1. Lester has retired the first 4 Yankees that he's faced tonight. Jeter to fly out in the first and struck out Granderson, Teixeira, and opens the second by striking out Cano. This is lined into center field and a base hit for Nick Swisher. Ellsbury plays it, but Swisher, the first base runner of the night for the Yankees.
As Swisher came into the game a 200 hitter against John Lester with a couple of home runs, he takes the fastball and shoots it up the middle for the base hit. Swisher, a .318 hitter from the right side of the plate, .246 hitting left-handed.
It's in 11 of the last 12 games for Nick Swisher. It was a 1-out single here in the second inning, and here is Andrew Jones, one of the newcomers to the Yankees who has really fit in very well, hitting at .235, 7 homers, 22 runs batted in. Last year for New York was Marcus Timms dealing with left-handed pitching and coming off the bench, and this year it's Andrew Jones. Timms certainly lacked defensively where Andrew Jones does not. Well, he's not the Gold Glove caliber center fielder that he was for the Atlanta Braves, still playing some pretty good defense for Joe Girardi. Outside for ball 2.
We think of the Yankees as a home run hitting team, and that certainly are that. They also lead the American League in stolen bases. Of course, one of their big threats not in there tonight, and Brett Gardner.
Two-0 pitch is outside, and it's 3-0. Ed Young likes what he's seeing here from John Lester in the early going until now. A base hit for Swisher, and now Lester working from the stretch for the first time. Falls behind 3-0. There is Brett Gardner with lefty on the mound tonight on the bench to start the game. There's ball 4, and down to first goes Jones. First walk given up by Lester. Quickly 2 on for New York. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Only 4 balls to the first 5 batters combined for Lester, and then he throws 4 straight balls to Andrew Jones. So 2 on, 1 out. And Russell Martin, the catcher. Missing for ball 1 to Martin. Red Sox losing last night to the Cleveland Indians while the Yankees were winning in Chicago against the White Sox. So tied atop the American League East. Both teams at 68 and 42. Ball 2 outside, and that is 6 straight balls thrown by John Lester.
And a long stare in by John Lester. He thought he had the outside corner on this last pitch. Just missing according to the Amica pitch zone.
Eric Cooper has the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Cano struck out to begin the inning. Nick Swisher singles. Andrew Jones with a walk, so 2 on, 1 away. And Russell Martin waiting on a 2-0 pitch. That is also outside, and Lester wanted that too. 3-0.
See Lester shaking his head, just about the same pitch, and does not get it again. So at least Eric Cooper has been consistent in his calls, not to the liking of John Lester. Strike 1, and it's 3-1.
Russell Martin showing bunt on the 3-0 pitch. Pulled it back and takes strike one. Martin, who has 12 home runs and 295 at bats this year. At 12 home runs prior to that, over a 2-year period at 836 at bats. So he has powered up this year. Just the 227 average. 3-1 fouled off, full count as Lester battles back. Jorge Posada waiting on deck. The DH found a youngster and one that was wearing a Yankees jersey. Swisher at second, Jones at first, one out. Martin pops it up. Left side of the infield. Marco Scudero onto the outfield grass to make the catch. 2 down.
Battling back all the way as John Lester goes to the cut fastball to get the pop up. First pitch that really had been inside in that at bat, and Martin pops it up to shortstop.
When the temperatures really start heating up this season, make sure you call in the relief quencher. Cumberland Farms Chill Zone. It's all your favorite frozen and fountain refreshments in one place for just 79 cents any size. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. Top of the second inning, 2 outs. Runners at first and second, and here is Jorge Posada. 236 average, 9 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Remember last time the Red Sox were in New York, a big thing was going on with Posada, who was actually took himself out of the lineup after he was going to hit 9th. Joe Girardi had dropped him down in the order to 9th, and big deal at the time in New York. But he has been DHing, and things have been quiet as his offensive game has come back a little bit over the course of the year. 9 home runs now for Posada.
Yeah, he's picked it up, especially from the left side of the plate. Still struggling hitting right-handed.
Sits safely in 27 of the last 34 starts, hitting at .309 his last 34 starts. Outside, ball 2. On the corner, and that's a pitch he's not been getting. He gets it this time, 2-2.
That makes John Lester happy to be able to get this pitch right here. He did not get it against Russell Martin, and now he gets it against Posada.
That one may have been wider than the other 2.
Exactly.
Thought about it. Did he go? They check. No. This is Mark Carlson, first base umpire, and it's full now to Posada. So Swisher and Jones will get a start here with 2 down in the second inning. Posada strikes out looking. The Yankees strand a pair. Big strikeout for Lester is 4th. We're scoreless from Fenway. August 20th at Futures at Fenway, presented by Xfinity. It's minor league doubleheader. It's a day full of family fun with discounted concession items, nonstop excitement, and plenty of great baseball to cheer about. Tickets start at just $5. From on-field promotions to autograph sessions with the stars from both games, fans be a part of the action all day long. Visit redsox.com/futures to get your tickets today. Bottom of the second inning at Fenway Park. Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, Carl Crawford to bat. Red Sox went down in order in the first inning as Colon gets the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Strikeout and 2 groundouts for Bartolo in the first inning. On the ground up the middle, Jeter won't get there. It's into center. Youkilis aboard to begin the bottom of the second inning.
Now that's the first hit that Kevin Youkilis has ever had off Bartolo Colon. He had been 0 for 6 against Colon till this base hit. Ground ball, topspin ground ball up the middle. Red Sox have the leadoff man on in the second.
One on, nobody out. And here's David Ortiz, 289, 20 home runs and 70 runs batted in. David finishing up the series against the Indians last night, going 1 for 3, and was just 2 for 12 in the series against Cleveland. As he takes strike one. This season against the Yankees at .324 average for David in 9 games. And of course, mixed in there with the home runs and RBIs, was hit for the first time in his career by a Yankees pitcher. Swinging a foul tip, and it's 0-2.
96 on that last fastball from Bartolo Colon. We've seen one off-speed pitch so far from him. That was a breaking ball to Gonzalez. Everything else has been fastballs.
Youkilis held on by Teixeira as Ortiz waits on an 0-2 pitch. And it's just outside, framed by Martin, who tried to bring it back to the corner. And this 96-mile-an-hour velocity, about 6 miles an hour faster than we saw in spring training from Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, where did this come from?
It's amazing. Inside 2-2. Carl Crawford waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the second inning. Lead runner on in Kevin Youkilis. Ortiz fouls it back. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Kevin Youkilis with a single to start the second inning. Held on by Mark Teixeira at first base as David Ortiz waits on a 2-2. First to check on Youkilis, who sprawls back to the bag. Ground ball towards second, could be 2. Cano to second for 1, on to first for 2. They erase Youkilis quickly as Big Papi grounds into the double play. 2 down.
Big Papi jammed on the breaking ball, a slider from Colon. Youkilis going into second base. He can't get at Jeter, and they easily turn over the double play.
So 2 down, and The troubles for Ortiz continue, hitting at just .095 against Bartolo Colon in his career.
Yeah, 4 for 42.
Crawford on a check swing, fouls it off, 0-2. No 2 from Colon. He is grounded back to him. He picks it and fires to first for the out that ends the second inning. Let's send it down to Heidi.
And home could have been here at Fenway Park tonight. Coming up after a little known way to get into Fenway Park.
And it starts with Eduardo Nunez, third baseman, who, of course, in there for Alex Rodriguez. Nunez hitting at .270, 3 homers and 24 runs batted in. Talked about A-Rod a few times already. Missed in the DL back on July 14th. And underwent arthroscopic surgery to correct a meniscus tear in his right knee at the University of Miami, and he's been rehabbing in Tampa. As the bunt bid out is Saltalamacchia, and he's got no play. Fires down there anyway, but Nunez was already to the bag. He's got a bunt single to begin the third.
Nunez has done a very respectable job at third base replacing Rodriguez. .270 coming into the game. A perfect bunt. Well, not perfect, but very good bunt down that line. One that Saltalamacchia had to chase down, and of course by the time he gets it, he doesn't have a chance at first base. Nunez with very good speed. He's got 16 steals on the season.
Second hit for the Yankees. First time they've had a lead runner on tonight is Derek Jeter. Flied out to Jacoby Ellsbury, center field in the first inning. He has 16 out of 20 in stolen bases. Another check, and it's thrown in the ground. They had Nunez leaning in the wrong direction, and the throw from Lester in the dirt glances off the glove of Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was going, no question about that. They had it sniffed out, but the throw's going to be in the dirt, and Gonzalez can't quite come up with it. Gonzalez was actually coming toward the baseball, thinking about making a throw to second base, but the ball deflects off his glove, and Nunez back safe at first base.
There's strike one to Jeter. Lester with 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. He's walked 1. First pitch strikes to 7 of 10 batters so far for John Lester. 0-1 is ball 1, 1-1. Of course, hit number 3,000 for Derek Jeter came off a left-handed pitcher, David Price. He's 5 for 5 in that 3,000th hit game. Joined Wade Boggs as the only other players to hit home runs for their 3,000th career hit.
Wade Boggs hitting his down in Tampa Bay, St. Pete. And of course, Derek Jeter to Yankee Stadium.
Lester ready with a 1-1 pitch. Nunez with a good sized lead at first. As Jeter fouls it off to the right out of play and is down 1-2. And the 28th player all time to get 3,000 hits, and the first Yankee to reach the 3,000 hit milestone. Of course, number 1. It's amazing. There's no other Yankee to have 3,000 hits. A lot of home runs from those guys in the list below him, but none with 3,000 hits.
A couple of pretty decent players.
Not bad. Up and away, not tantalizing enough, and it is 2-2. Bunt single to begin the inning from Nunez. Gains his lead again at first.
He might be going on this 2-2 count.
This is on the ground to short. He was not running, and a chance for 2. On to first, and it is not in time. Going in hard was Nunez. He takes out Pedroia, and as a result, Pedroia's throw is a little high and takes Gonzalez off the bag, so no double play, and this will bring Francona out.
Oh, Nunez did go in hard at second base. A hard, clean slide by Nunez at second. And that may have caused the throw to go a little bit high at first base. Watch Nunez come in. Oh, I don't know about how clean that was. That was a little bit late. A little bit late getting down on Dustin Pedroia right there, but he gets him to leave his feet. Very difficult to make a throw right there, and the throw goes a little bit high.
Sure, he started that slide after the bag.
Yeah, on second look, there's no question that was a very late slide by Nunez. The question is, did Adrian Gonzalez ever leave the bag? Now, he was by the bag when he went into the slide. So you put that one in your back pocket and you remember it.
Now off of the pitch is Jeter. The pitch is strike, and Jeter will be out at second base. Saltalamacchia guns him down. Scudero slaps the tag on. 2 down.
Lately, Jared Saltalamacchia has been throwing absolute bullets to second base. Gina thrown out for the 4th time this season. Head first slide, the tag on the back, but he gets the tag down before the hand gets to the bag.
Anderson takes strike 1. What a difference it has made in the success rate of both Saltalamacchia and Jason Varitek this season, after everybody was running at will last year to end last year and even to begin this year. But now the message is getting around Major League Baseball. You cannot run as much as you once did against these Red Sox catchers. They're throwing people out now.
Now Saltalamacchia up now about 23% of throwing out runners at second base.
This is out to left center field. On the move is Crawford. He'll dive and make the catch. Well, he's one of the guys that used to run on the Red Sox. Makes a nice running catch out in left center field on the dive. We are through 2.5 from the Fens without a score.
Kyle Crawford making a tremendous play out in left field. A line drive sinking very quickly. Backhands it, closes the ball up, or the glove up, I should say, before hitting the grass. And gets a third out of the inning on a very nice play.
His first Gold Glove a year ago. And flashing some weather out there in left field here at Fenway Park now. And part of this rivalry, Red Sox Yankees. As Jared Saltalamacchia gunned down Derek Jeter last inning and takes the 0-1 for ball one. Saltalamacchia, Reddick, and Scudero to bat in the third inning. Outside ball two. Bartolo Colon has given up one hit through the first 2 innings. Gave up a leadoff single to Kevin Youkilis, but he was quickly erased as David Ortiz bounced into the 4-6-3 double play. This is to left center field. Granderson moving over and calling off Jones to make the catch. Send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, you may remember the young fan who got a ball from Josh Beckett just before the game here at Fenway. He told me it was the highlight of his young life. Well, that fan got tickets to the game the same day by going to the day of game ticket window here at Gate E on Lansdowne Street at Fenway Park. The Red Sox set aside hundreds of tickets for each game so fans can walk up and buy a ticket to see a Red Sox game. There are all kinds of tickets from standing room only, bleacher seats, even box seats available. The ticket window opens an hour and a half before each game, but fans can line up to 5 hours before for the first come, first served tickets. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. And you saw where they were seated down in the first row.
Right in the first row. What a day for that young guy, huh?
Probably changed his life. He's been all over the place since. As this one is lined into right field. Base hit for Josh Reddick.
First time Reddick has ever faced Colon. He rips a base hit to right field, extends his hitting streak to 5 games. Gets a fastball inside. And that's a pitch that he handles very well.
Second Boston hit of the night. 1 out, 1 on as Marco Scudero out to face Bartolo Colon. Scudero at 263, 5 home runs and 22 runs batted in. He is 0 for his last 8. Last 2 starts. Left Monday night's game with some dizziness. Missed Tuesday, then started Wednesday and Thursday, and has not had a hit since.
This is a combination that the Red Sox have played hit and run with on a number of occasions, with Scudero hitting out of that 9 spot. That throw actually hits Josh Reddick. That pickoff attempt. Reddick going diving back, and he gets him right in the hip.
Two and 0 now to Scudero. And the catcher, Russell Martin, headed out to talk to Bartolo Colon. Well, when the Red Sox win, you win. Buy any lobster sandwich at D'Angelo the day after his Sox win and get a free small sandwich on your rewards card. See participating stores or D'Angelo's.com for details. Starting to get a little darker here tonight at Fenway Park. The sun has set, lights on, and nothing but clear skies above to begin this 3-game series here at Fenway. And Yankees here in August after they started the season here back in April. It's really become a 2-team race now atop the American League East, as Tampa Bay has fallen off. They are 10 games back of both the Red Sox and Yankees. And that really started right around the break, where they really started to drop down fast. They started the second half with series back-to-back against the Red Sox and Yankees at home, and they didn't do particularly well in those 2 series. And Joe Maddon said at the time these series may be our season, and that could very well be true right now, as they've fallen 10 games back.
If the Red Sox are going to play hit and run, they'd probably do it right here on the 2-1 count.
This is chopped. Not running was Reddick, and he's going to be out at second. Not out at first. Reddick went in and got a piece of Jeter at second base. Now 2 down in the inning.
Robinson Cano might have had a better chance of tagging Josh Reddick and going to first base to get the double play than the conventional 4-6-3. Reddick was right in front of him. I thought he was going to tag him. He elected not to, and they had no chance of getting the man at first base.
Reddick was real close to getting a face full of cleat there from Derek Jeter. 2 down in the inning. Marco Scudero at first.
That's always a weapon a second baseman and shortstop have.
This is ripped foul by the Red Sox dugout. Well, the play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Wednesday night with the score tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th. Jacoby Ellsbury ripped a home run to center field off the Indians' Joe Smith for his 2nd career walk-off hit. First coming 22 hours earlier, also against the Indians. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Two outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Marco Scudero held on at first by Mark Teixeira. And Jacoby Ellsbury getting his 2nd look tonight at Bartolo Colon. Jacoby struck out looking in the 1st. The only strikeout of the night for Colon. Ellsbury showing bunt and almost getting hit in the chest as he spins back out of the way.
Had Nunez back a little bit at third base with 2 outs and thinking about dropping the ball down the third baseline. Slider coming inside on Jacoby Ellsbury.
That's strike 2. 2-2 now to Ellsbury. He struck out looking in the first and takes a look at a couple here in this sequence. The high strike. Last time Colon was here, he was pitching out of the pen against the Red Sox. Opening day, went 4 1/3 innings of relief for Philip Hughes. 2-2 is just outside. Some of the Yankees were headed to the dugout, thought Colon had strike 3.
Pretty close pitch on the outside part of the plate, but just missing the outside corner.
So Scudero will get a start at first base as Dustin Pedroia waits on deck. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is down the left field line, foul. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Three-two pitch from Colon. And it's fouled off down the left field line. Will do it again.
Colon, as this game moves into the 3rd inning, throwing more sliders right now. Not a real big break on his slider.
Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach for the Yankees, his first year in this capacity. Former manager of the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-2 is in the air to center. Struck well. Granderson going back at the wall. It's off the wall. From first base, Scudero's going to try and score. He will with ease, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. Pretty good at bat turn in by Ellsbury, who grabs some wall in left center and gives the Red Sox the game's first lead.
Now that's the impressive thing about Jacoby Ellsbury. He's got the power to hit home runs by pulling the ball. He's got the power to plant one off the left field wall by going the opposite direction. Up on top of the scoreboard that time, and with 2 outs, the Red Sox pick up their first run. Ellsbury, RBI number 66.
Safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. 8-pitch at bat for Jacoby Ellsbury extends the hitting streak to 7 games. And at second base now with 2 downs, the Red Sox get the game's first run. Now Dustin Pedroia grounded out to second base in the 1st inning. And looks at ball 1. Dustin Pedroia, the player of the month for the month of July. It's after Adrian Gonzalez was the player of the month in June. This is in the air to right field. Struck pretty well. Swisher going back. He'll have room and make the catch just shy of the track to end the inning. But the Red Sox get a run at the end of 3. Boston on top 1-0. question, when was the last season a Red Sox finished first in RBI and a Yankee finished second? The answer for you a little bit later. Well, Jacoby Ellsbury with an RBI that has the Red Sox on top 1-0. Wall ball double off Bartolo Colon has the Red Sox on top. There's Mark Teixeira. Leads it off here in the 4th inning and swings away at the first pitch. Fouls it off down the left field line. Teixeira, a strikeout victim in the 1st inning. One of 4 strikeouts tonight for John Lester. John Lester has won each of his last 5 decisions against the Yankees, dating back to May 9th of last year with a 2.51 earned run average. It's a ground ball left side. Scudero's got it, a deep short. Throwing plenty of time, 1 down.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance, it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. 4 strikeouts for John Lester, a cut fastball on Granderson, a cutter to Teixeira, a fastball to Cano, and a cut fastball to Posada.
One down in the 4th inning for John Lester is Robinson Cano. Saw a strikeout against. It's his 2nd at bat tonight. Mentioned the 5 straight wins for Lester against the Yankees. The last member of the Red Sox to win more than 5 consecutive starts against New York was Willard Nixon. His 6 straight winning starts against the Yankees. That was from 1954 into 1955, so it has been a while.
I remember that very well, Don. I was 2 years old when that started.
I was going to ask you if you played with him, but I guess not.
No, I didn't play with him. No, but I was 2 years old.
The 0-1 is low, and it is 1-1. Red Sox had a fabulous July. They were 20-6, best record in the majors. With all that said, here are the Yankees tied with the Red Sox, top the American League East. And going around is Cano. Couldn't hold up.
Now, Cano thought it was a fastball. Instead, it ends up being a cut fastball, and Robinson Cano cannot check the swing. Thought he had a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Instead, the cutter.
They had gone around again, and he did. Rung up by home plate umpire Eric Cooper. Could not hold up in the last 2 pitches he sees, and becomes the 5th strikeout victim for John Lester.
And this time it's the curveball. He struck him out back in the 2nd inning on a fastball. Here in the 4th inning, the curveball. And again, Cano cannot check the swing.
Two down here in the 4th inning, and Nick Swisher the batter. After Lester had retired the first 4 Yankees he faced tonight, Swisher's single. There's strike 1. Swisher didn't think so. He is going to check with Eric Cooper.
I think Swisher thought that pitch might have been low from John Lester. Right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Swisher's had 20 home runs each of the last 6 seasons, sitting at 14 this year. As he carves it foul, and it is 1-2. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while here at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. Lester ahead, 1-2. And a ground ball foul. Andrew Jones on deck. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Chopped off the plate and foul. They've got a piece of Swisher too. 1-2. Saltalamacchia wants it up. It is, and it strikes out Swisher. So they go to the fastball at 94 and strike out Swisher. 6 Ks for Lester. 1-0 Boston. The question tonight was, when was the last season the Red Sox finished first in RBIs and the Yankees finished second? And the answer, 1947, Ted Williams and Tommy Henrich. 114 for Williams, 98 for Henrich. Williams actually led in 1941 and had a Yankee finish second that season as well. Joe DiMaggio finishing second. This season, Adrian Gonzalez leads the American League in RBIs, with Mark Teixeira sitting in second place right now. Adrian Gonzalez grounded out his first time up, now hits a pop up to shallow left, and it's Andrew Jones who makes the catch. Tonight, following our Red Sox coverage, joined Randy Scott for NESN Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial, of the latest from Patriots training camp, including reaction from Tom Brady on the signing of the new CBA. Plus, Bruins general manager Peter Chiarelli gets his day with the Cup. All this and much more on NESN Daily tonight, following Red Sox coverage only on NESN. One out in the 4th inning, Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis with a single, his first time up, one of 3 Boston hits. 2 teams have combined for 5, 3 for Boston, 2 for New York. And a tapper foul. There's strike 2, 1-2.
A little more break to that slider that time from Cologne. than some of the previous ones that he's featured so far in this game.
This one fouled off. Well, really, it's been all about the fastball with Bartolo Colon. And you think back now to a few years ago, and you kind of understand a little bit. If he doesn't have that kind of velocity, then there's not a lot going on.
No, it was like he was done. I mean, the fastball was not there. It was, you know, barely touching 90 miles an hour. And of course, Colon, throughout his career, has always been a very hard thrower.
It's outside, and it's 2-2.
Remember when he was a younger player, he threw so hard he used to look up at the radar gun at the ballparks after making a pitch.
This is up the middle, but Cano is positioned in that direction, and he throws out Youkilis. Ended up being a line perfectly. And there's 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Now Robinson Cano shading Kevin Youkilis up the middle. Looked like it had a chance, but look where Cano's playing. All he has to do is go about 3 steps to his right. It becomes a very routine play for Cano.
So 2 down here in the 4th inning, and David Ortiz, the misfortune of grounding into a double play first time up. And he takes strike 1. Ortiz will look back at Eric Cooper. David now with the grounding into the double play last time up is 4 for 42 in his career against Bartolo Colon. This one is fouled off, and it's 1-2. When you're on the road, take some peace of mind with you. AAA roadside assistance can save the day, and your AAA card can help you save every day. Call 1-800-JOIN-AAA or join online at AAA.com. 2 outs in the 4th inning. A 1-2 pitch coming to Ortiz. And that one is fouled straight back. Not too many right-handed pitchers have had the kind of success against Big Papi that Bartolo Colon has enjoyed. Top foul, and Big Papi hanging tough. Well, coming up after the break, Heidi's going to give us a look inside the Nesson truck and what goes on there tonight. It is busy, as you might imagine, every night, but certainly Red Sox Yankees will head inside that door. There is a 1-2 pitch. Ortiz in the air to deep right field. Back goes Nick Swisher at the wall. It is gone beyond the bullpen, and some frustration taken out by David Ortiz on Bartolo Colon. Big Papi takes it out of the yard and gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
Ortiz picks up number 21 on the season on a slider from Colon. He had a couple of tough pitches that he fouled off in that at bat. He didn't look happy with himself. All of a sudden he gets the breaking ball here from Colon and a high, long home run. Look at that extension by Ortiz.
Now Crawford with a swing and a miss. This is the 4th home run of the year for Big Papi against the Yankees and 35th of his career.
Not going beyond the Red Sox bullpen.
Now swing and a miss at 96. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 for the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every Red Sox home run, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. It is the 12th home run given up by Bartolo Colon on the season. Crawford tap back to Colon in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 and down in the count 1-2. Crawford may have gone. They check, yes he did, and they ring him up. Jeff Kellogg. As that is strikeout number 2. It's 2-0 Red Sox and send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, coming up, we're going to show you the TV compound here at Fenway with a live look inside the Nesson production truck. Stay tuned. Well, Don, one of the busiest areas at Fenway Park, maybe the furthest from home plate. The TV compound is located behind the right field bleachers on the corner of Lansdowne and Ipswich Streets. Now, with the Yankees in town for the weekend, the compound is home to 8 trucks tonight. In the Nesson truck alone, there's over 5,000 feet of cable, 220 monitors, 30 microphones, 18 cameras, and 14 tape machines. We use all of this equipment and more to bring you Red Sox baseball every night. There is the look you had inside the Nesson truck and the crew hard at work putting on tonight's broadcast. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Momentarily, we will take a look inside.
There's a lot of cables.
That is unbelievable. We're going in. Deep in the depth, there it is. So Russ Ken, Mike Narachi, Jim White live. Come back in here. Pete Grenier handling Jerry's audio, which is always tough. 1-1 is low. It's 2-1. Coach and Tom Cruise, they're doing some videoing. Move in here. These guys, I believe this is a replay area. I could be wrong. It is. I don't get in the truck that often. 2-1 is low. We're going to go to more of a video area. Here we go. This is where the real action is. Bob and Nick. The 3-1 pitch coming to Andrew Jones. There's strike 2, full count.
I think we have to go back to Pete Grenier to clear up what Don had to say about our audio.
That's a big board Pete's working there. A lot of buttons. This is fouled back. I guess if you're an audio guy, these are faders and not buttons, right, Pete?
Now, Pete, if I ever give you a problem about audio, never. As Don?
This is just not true. So that's the truck. 3-2 pitch to Jones. There's ball 4, and down to first base goes Andrew Jones. Second time Lester has walked him. Only 2 walks for Lester tonight.
And Lester trying to cut fastball, misses up high, it looks like. He does, and Andrew Jones for the second time will walk down to first base tonight. There's a lot of cables on those trucks out there, aren't there? I mean, one of those cables go bad, we might not be on the air.
That's it. I never had any idea there's that many wires coming out of that truck.
And the great crew puts them all together for us here, night in and night out. They do a terrific job.
Especially during the first couple of months when it is so cold here at Fenway Park for those who are not in the truck.
And tonight after the game's over, they got to break it all down as Fox comes in and ESPN comes in for the rest of the weekend, and that's a lot of hard work.
Here very early in the day getting ready for tonight's game, and of course the setup for the booth and everywhere else around the ballpark, all the camera spots around Fenway Park, and we appreciate all they do. Especially audio. Can't believe Pete thinks I'm high maintenance. Russell Martin batting with Andrew Jones at first base, nobody out. In there for strike 1, and it's 2-1. Lester with 6 strikeouts through the first 4 innings has given up just 2 hits and has a 2-0 lead. Thanks to an RBI double by Jacoby Ellsbury and a solo home run by David Ortiz. Still not a lot of breathing room. 2-2.
Martin certainly a double play candidate. He's grounded into 15 so far this season. At his second most on the New York Yankees.
Swing and a miss. Strikes out Martin. It's 7 strikeouts for Lester. Well, it's time now for the flamethrower, brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce. Cholula brings the heat and the flavor too. John Lester's performance throughout his career against the Yankees has been impressive. He's 8-1 with a 3.56 earned run average in 14 career starts against New York, including 2-0 this year. The flamethrower is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce. Cholula brings the heat and the flavor too. He's got 7 of them up on the board right now. 1 out, 1 on here in the 5th, and here is Jorge Posada.
Curveball from John Lester to pick up the strikeout against Martin. Strikeout high for John Lester on the season, 11.
Late swing off the end of the bat, foul. Jones, who walked to begin the inning, is his lead at first, 1 out, and a 1-1. Is outside, ball 2. Lester up to 71 pitches, works with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Red Sox got some valuable innings last night from Andrew Miller after the starter Eric Bedard went the first 5 innings, working his way back, and his first outing in a Red Sox uniform went well. Red Sox were into that pen early last night. It's outside, ball 3. Posada struck out looking in the second inning, and it'll be followed, barring a double play, by Eduardo Nunez. Lester with a 3-1. In the air to shallow right center. In comes Reddick to make the running catch. Can make it too. Throw is on the mark, and the inning is over. Where Andrew Jones was headed, I don't know, but he's out number 3. Halfway through this one, Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Brought to you by Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. Bottom of the 5th inning back at Fenway Park, 2-0 Red Sox on top, and you've always been big in Norway.
Oh, no, I've never been in Norway, but I have to go now.
On the ground, picked on the backhand by Teixeira. Colon's got to get over, and he does. Been battling a hamstring problem at times, and had trouble covering the bag at first, but this time gets over there and no ill effects as he handles out number 1.
Now Josh Reddick probably surprises everybody that Andrew Jones was hooked up and getting ready to be doubled up. He did not have a good read at all on that. The ball was hit high in the air. Reddick got a good jump on it, and Andrew Jones doubled up at first base. Poor base running play right there by Jones.
1 out for Josh Reddick, who takes it low and inside.
Have you ever been in Norway, Don?
No, I have not.
I never have either. They say it's beautiful.
A single for Reddick in the 3rd inning. One of 4 Boston hits in the game tonight. Popped up, foul ground, will get back and out of play. Eduardo Nunez going as far as he could as Reddick falls behind 1-2. He has cooled off a little bit lately after an incredible start here in this current stint for the Red Sox, and Reddick now seeing time on a regular basis in right field. Was doing that before J.D. Drew went on the DL, but especially after. One, two is fouled off. Get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. In on the hands and fouled off. Cologne throwing at 96.
By design that time, going upstairs against Josh Reddick. They know he's a good low ball hitter. Trying to get that fastball up and by him, and Reddick fouls it off.
Outside 2-2.
One of the few changeups that Cologne has thrown tonight.
Jack Welch here at the ball game tonight. Great Red Sox fan. In the air, foul down the left field line. Still 2-2. Reddick turning in a good at bat. Marco Scutaro waiting on deck as Cologne deals with the bottom of the Red Sox order. Swing and a foul off Martin as it hangs at 2-2. Ninth pitch of the at bat is coming up. Fouled off 5 of the last 6 pitches. On the ground and into right field. Reddick is 2 for 2.
Well, the first base hit for Reddick was on a fastball from Cologne. This time he gets the slider and is able to pull it between the hole at first and second base. Slider that just stays out over the plate. A lot of the sliders that Cologne has been throwing tonight just kind of spinning up the home plate. There's been a couple that have been pretty good, but for the most part, obviously his fastball has been his best pitch.
1 out, 1 on. Marco Scutaro looks at strike 1 over the outside corner. Scutaro reached on a fielder's choice in the third and scored the Red Sox first run. Came around on a wall ball double for Jacoby Ellsbury that time gave the Red Sox a 1-0 advantage. David Ortiz with solo home run in the fourth, and it's 2-0. Here is pitch 80 for Cologne.
Again, the combination where you could see a hit and run.
Throw to first and back is Reddick. Jerry, tonight we're going to be debuting a new promo spot in our Sox for Life campaign at the end of this inning. Sox for Life campaign is about Red Sox passion getting passed down from one generation to another over the years. And you see some of the spots: Ted Williams, Yaz, Johnny Pesky, Jim Rice, and Tim Wakefield with a number of years with the Red Sox. We have a new one that'll be coming up very soon.
Good, looking forward to it.
Relatively close play on Reddick last time. Cologne is going to check again, and back is Reddick. Not as close this time.
Certainly Red Sox fever was passed down to me through my grandfather, father, and here I am still around. Incredibly.
I know you've passed it down to Dominic, your grandson. This is in the air to left. Back goes Andrew Jones onto the track with room to make the catch. The second out of the fifth inning is Reddick back to the bag at first. So 2 outs and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Ellsbury struck out looking in the first inning. He doubled in the third. Double in the third inning produced his 66th RBI of the year. Ball one. Saltalamacchia grounded out. Reddick singled to right. Scudero flying out to the warning track and left. 2 down. Runner at first and a 1-0 coming up to Ellsbury. Ball and a strike. Ellsbury waiting for a sign from Tim Bogart, looking down his direction, but Bogart's already given the signs. Now he will again.
A case where something might have been on and somebody missed the sign, that's why they go through them again. And maybe if they were putting something on, they've taken it off.
Hopping up like he was going to fire to first, does not, and it's 2-1. A lot of power for the 2 center fielders in this game. Curtis Granderson, who has 28 home runs this year, and newfound power of sorts for Jacoby Ellsbury, whose former career high was 9 home runs. And here we are on August the 5th, and his new career high is now 18. Strike 2, full count.
Cologne not going with the fastball on the 3-1 count, goes to the slider to the outside corner to pick up the strike and run the count full. So Reddick will be off at first base on this 3-2 count.
Ellsbury lays off. Did it go? No. Down to first goes Jacoby. First walk given up by Cologne. It's time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. Eduardo Nunez back in the third inning, takes out Dustin Pedroia at second base. Didn't start sliding till he was past the bag. Coors Light Freeze Cam was brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Walk for Jacoby Ellsbury. Josh Reddick moves up to second base, 2 on, 2 down. And Dustin Pedroia, the batter. He takes strike 1. Pedroia grounded out to second base in the first inning, flied out to right in the third. First time these two teams met as that pitch comes in. Back here at Fenway Park to begin the season. Dustin Pedroia 9 for 13 in that series, was absolutely on fire. He is 0 for 2 in the game tonight in game 1 of this series in August. 2-1. Cologne has always been a deliberate worker, especially with men on. Outside again, 3-1. 94, but outside. Rothschild and Joe Girardi. Look like a couple guys are going to start to think about the bullpen. And a call headed in that direction right now. Three-one pitch to Pedroia with 2 men on. He is in there for strike 2, full count. First action for the Yankees will be Boone Logan, who's now just stretching, but he'll be warming here momentarily. With 2 outs and 2 on, they will be running on a 3-2 pitch. 25th pitch of the inning. And it's foul. Pitching line for Bartolo Colon brought to you by Lexus. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk and 2 Ks. And he is now 93 pitches deep in his outing. He's just working here in the 5th. Pedroia chops it up the middle softly. It'll be Cano who'll bobble it, and he will reach. Cut in front of Jeter, knocked it down. It's a base hit, and the Red Sox have him loaded.
Now, once that ball got by Bartolo Colon, there was going to be no play for anybody at any base. And Dustin Pedroia picks up the base hit. They were not going to be able to get a forced play at second, no play at third, and no play at first. Yankees need a catcher out in the bullpen, and it looks like Cervelli heading out in that direction.
So bases loaded and 2 down. A chance here for the Red Sox to add to their 2-0 advantage. And here is Adrian Gonzalez. Grounded out in the first inning, flied out to left in the 4th. He's 0 for 2, and here comes Joe Girardi. Can't imagine that Boone Logan is ready. Apparently he is. He literally just got up. He is up and he is into this game. That's it for Bartolo Colon. It's 2-0 Red Sox.
Looking for some serious summer fun? Look no further than Foxwoods. All summer long, Foxwoods has something for everyone. From hot pool parties to free concert series to dining and spa specials, Foxwoods is your summer hotspot. Visit foxwoods.com for details.
2-0 Red Sox on top of the Yankees. Bartolo Colon leaves with 2 outs and the bases loaded. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. And into the game is Boone Logan. Seen some guys warm up quickly, but this takes it to a new level. Logan's 42nd appearance, 2-2 with a 3.18 earned run average. 28 and a third. He has struck out 29, and opponents hitting at 239 against him. He was stretching, throwing, and in this game in a blink of an eye.
In about 3.5 minutes.
So bases loaded, 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez, the batter. Adrian takes strike 1.
Joe Girardi trying to keep this game in check right now, going lefty against lefty. Especially the way John Lust has been throwing so far in the game for the Red Sox.
Boone Logan has held opponents to 4 runs in his last 22 appearances. Swing and a miss, and he's ahead of Gonzalez, 0-2.
Fools Adrian on a slider that time, so he's seen the fastball, and now he's seeing the slider from Boone Logan. And you don't see Gonzalez take swings like that very often.
Gonzalez strikes out, and the Red Sox will leave him loaded. Tough at bat for Adrian Gonzalez. It's 2-0 Red Sox. A Red Sox nation is made up of all kinds of people who have been fans for decades, years, and maybe even weeks. Of course, a lot of people say they're born Red Sox fans, and others recall hearing or seeing Red Sox games while in their high chair. NESN has its own take on a famous commercial. Stay tuned for the debut of the newest Sox for Life. Do what the Red Sox did. Turn to Frank Webb's Bath Centers, the showrooms of FW Webb. Find a showroom near you at frankwebb.com. It's 2-0. Red Sox on top of the Yankees. What'd you think, Jerry?
Pretty good. I love when kids talk.
The young man's name is Dimitri Breton. He's from the North Shore. And that'll be running again later in the game. So in case you missed any of it, this one is ground and foul. And after the game, stay with us for behind the scenes look at how they make him talk and how the baby talks and how they did it.
Also sounded like you in the promo, too.
Yeah, I think they mixed me in there in the
background.
background.
Yeah, got you in there.
If you want to see that commercial again, go to NESN.com or YouTube and search Talking Red Sox. Dimitri is 22 months old, and he does a lot of the same hobbies you like to do, Jerry. He rollerblades, ice skates.
Sleeps.
Sleep is on his list. Loves phones, the computer, pretty much anything with buttons that he can push.
I wonder how much they paid him for that. Got to hand it over to his parents, right?
He's got an agent.
Yeah.
Eduardo Nunez fouls it back, and the count hangs at 2-2. Nunez with a bunt single back in the third inning. Full count now. Lester has 7 strikeouts through the first 5 innings and 2 walks, has given up only 2 hits. His 80th pitch of the night. Nunez fouls it back. Best opportunity for the Yankees was the second inning with 1 out. Swisher single, Jones walked, and it was 2 on, 1 away. But Lester then got Martin to pop out, Posada to strike out. Only time tonight the Yankees have had 2 base runners. There is ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Nunez. Send it down to Heidi.
Don, the last time the Red Sox played the Yankees was in New York when Dustin Pedroia was sent back to Boston for an MRI on his knee. Now, since that reassurance that Pedroia was not going to do any further damage to the knee playing through the pain, he has been on an absolute tear at the plate. Terry Francona talked about it today.
He went and got reassured that he couldn't hurt himself, and he has been some kind of player since. I mean, he's always a good player, but it's kind of, I mean, it's hard to go from 250 to 310 with a lot of at-bats. And he's managed to do that. He's stealing bases. He's hitting home runs. He's playing defense. It's been tremendous.
Now, this manager interview is brought to you by Bigelow Tea, Terry Francona's green tea of choice. Pedroia is batting .382 since June 4th. That was 2 days before that series in New York. He has hits in 49 of the 53 games since then with 11 home runs. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Incredible numbers for Pedroia.
He can raise the batting average faster than anybody I think I've ever seen.
He was hitting .239 2 months ago. This is up the middle and into center field. Nunez touches second. He will stay there on a single by Derek Jeter. First hit of the night for Jeter, and first 2 have reached here for the Yankees in the 6th.
Well, Jeter came into the game a .333 hitter against John Lester, and that's what he is tonight. 1 for 3 against Lester with this ground ball back up the middle. So the Yankees have a couple of men on with nobody out.
Bit of a momentum shift here after the Red Sox had the bases loaded and could not score. And all of a sudden now here in the top of the 6th, the Yankees have got the first 2 on. There's Granderson is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging and lined out to left. Anderson fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Steven Tyler, you may have noticed him behind home plate tonight.
I think he noticed himself on TV.
Tip of the cap. Swing and a miss on a pitch up, and it is 1-2.
Once again, the cut fastball from John Lester, keeping it away from Curtis Granderson, straying away from his power.
Line into left center field, a base hit. Nunez being waved around. He will score, and the Yankees are on the board here in the 6th inning.
Now once again the cut fastball, but this time contact by Granderson as he takes it in the left center field for the base hit. Almost the same location, maybe up a little bit more, and Granderson this time makes contact. Up over the head of Marco Scudero. First run comes across for New York.
So 2 on and nobody out. The walk and 2 base hits led to the Yankees' first run of the night, and now Mark Teixeira struck out in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 4th. He is 0 for 2. As he takes strike 1. Yankees had 2 hits in the game coming into this 6th inning, and they've got 2 hits in the inning. Jeter at second, Granderson at first, and nobody out. Ball 1. Up and away for ball 2, and it's 2-1. Lester coming into this outing tonight 11-4, a 3.17 earned run average. His 21st start, and he has been incredible against the Yankees. Posted to a 2-0 lead. The Yankees have gotten 1 run back and threatening for more here. Teixeira takes ball 3. Seven 3-ball counts of the night for Lester as Robinson Cano looks on. Ball 4. Lester wanted that, but instead it loads the bases. 2nd walk of the inning, 4th of the outing for Lester. And it's Francona to go to the phone as Kurt Young goes to the mound. Like Matt Albers first off the bench. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket, and John Lester working here in the 6th inning. 4 hits now, a run, 4 walks. 2 have come in this inning. 7 strikeouts and now 92 pitches deep. And it is Albers who is first up for the Red Sox in the pen. I want to remind you to follow the Red Sox with MLB.com @bat11 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get scores, stats, highlights, and live audio and more. Text @bat to 31826 or visit redsox.com for details. Bases loaded, nobody out for New York. Red Sox had them loaded in the bottom of the 5th and could not score. The Yankees have gotten a run back and have a chance to at least tie it up as Cano fouls it off. He's had no luck with Lester in the game tonight, striking out twice. That's with Jeter at 3rd, Granderson at 2nd, and Teixeira at 1st. Ball 1, 1-1. Prior to tonight, the last 3 starts, Lester had 4 walks combined in those 3 starts. But here tonight, he has 4 walks and 2 have come in this inning.
Very unusual for John Lester.
Ball 2, and Lester wanted that.
Well, it's just a very difficult lineup to pitch to. You have to be very careful with him.
Five walks, a season high, back on May 10th against Toronto. Swisher waits on deck. Nobody out in the inning. Outside, ball 3.
Well, Cano, who has struck out twice tonight in this ball game, finally gets himself in a hitters count 3-1. We'll see what Lester brings on this 3-1 pitch.
Only 25 walks for Cano on the year. As he takes strike 2. He didn't think so. Full count.
Yeah, he brings a pretty nasty fastball on the outside corner. Cano probably thinking middle in. Instead, he gets a fastball on the corner away.
Bases filled with the Yankees. Nobody out in time call. Cano slices it foul, back and out of play.
And back to the cut fastball for John Lester. Cano fouling it off. It's a pitch he struck him out on. Actually did not strike him out on a cut fastball. It was a curveball last time up.
He's already got Cano twice, once in the second, once in the 4th inning. The 3-2 pitch. Cano fouls it back. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. He's got kind of a playoff feel here tonight at Fenway Park. Every pitch with great importance. And the next one will be number 100 of the night for John Lester. Lackey will have the duty of pitching to the Yankees tomorrow. This will be the 15th time Lester has thrown 100 pitches or more. As Cano's back out again. Cano taps it foul. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Eduardo Nunez walked to be in the inning. Derek Jeter's single. Granderson with an RBI single. Teixeira walks, bases loaded, nobody out in a 1-run game now. Cano hits it on the ground to second. Pedroia to second for 1, on to first for 2. Red Sox will take that exchange as the run scores. Jeter from third. It's a 2-2 game, but 2 outs.
Hey, exactly right, Don. That's an exchange the Red Sox will take. They'd gladly give up the run in a situation to get 2 outs. This could have been a big inning for the Yankees. Bases loaded, nobody out. Big double play ball right here. Teixeira trying to break up the double play. He can't get to Scudero.
So it is a 2-2 game now with Granderson 90 feet away at third base and Nick Swisher standing in. Swisher with a single back in the second inning, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. A 1-for-2 night. And a ground ball foul. Cheaters scoring the second run for New York in this inning after a 9-pitch at bat for Cano. Go ahead run at third with 2 down. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Just outside, 1-1. On the ground down the line, it's a fair ball. Off the box as it grabbed a fan, and scoring is Granderson to put the Yankees on top 3-2. The Lord's second base to Nick Swisher, and it's a 3-2 Yankees lead now.
A big base hit right there by Swisher after the double play. Looked like the Red Sox might get out of the inning. He gets the cut fastball from Lester and takes it right down the third base line. And that ball bouncing up into the stands for the double. Swisher picks up his 63rd RBI of the season.
He's been hitting at .327 against lefties and takes this lefty down the line for a double and gives the Yankees a 3-2 lead. Now Andrew Jones, the batter, he's walked twice in the game tonight against Leicester. And it's ball 1 outside. This Fenway Park crowd has become silent. Red Sox had a big chance to add to their 2-0 advantage in the 5th. With the bases loaded and 2 outs when Adrian Gonzalez struck out to end the inning. And the Yankees have answered the very next inning with 3 runs to take the lead. 1-0 is fouled off.
We talked about it last inning, Don, bringing in Boone Logan. Certainly Joe Girardi didn't want to give Adrian Gonzalez a chance to pitch against Adrian Gonzalez. Went to Boone Logan, got the big strikeout. Now the Yankees come back to take the lead 3-2.
Next pitch will be the 35th of the inning for John Lester. On the ground up the middle, Scudero ranges over, grabs it, and throws out Andrew Jones to end the inning. The Yankees score 3 times, take a 3-2 lead. Big Papi homered earlier in the game. He'll try to lift the Red Sox when we come back to Fenway Park. All of us here at Nesson and the Red Sox want to send out a special hello to Daniel Kribbe, a huge Sox fan who's here at Fenway tonight. Dan was diagnosed with necrotizing fasciitis, which interrupted his teaching career. After many surgeries, he's finally on the mend and plans to return to the classroom to continue to inspire his students this fall. Great to see him at Fenway Park tonight. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox now trailing by a run. Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, and Carl Crawford. There is strike one to Kevin Youkilis as Boone Logan returns to the mound after a lengthy wait, but it's his big strikeout of Adrian Gonzalez that gave the Yankees a chance to go to work offensively, and they did, coming back and taking a 3-2 lead. On the ground left side, Jeter at short, rounds behind it, throw in time. One out in the 6th. It's time now for the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. This weekend, the Red Sox and the Yankees move over to the national networks. But on Monday, Nesson is back with you when the Sox head to Minnesota. Sox fans will hope not to see history happen. Jim Thome is stepping to the plate for the Twins. Thome enters the weekend 2 home runs shy, becoming the 8th member of the 600 home run club. Thome has 35 career homers against the Red Sox, but none since 2008. Nesson's live coverage begins with Monster Monday at 5:30.
On to the Twin Cities in their beautiful new ballpark.
Red Sox opened it up last year on opening day in Minnesota
And haven't been back since.
David Ortiz grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning and homered in the 4th. Chops it foul and is down 0-2. And David coming up with 2 outs in the 4th inning. His 21st home run of the year. Clear the bullpen and into the bleachers. Two is in the dirt, 1-2. There is action for New York. Corey Wade, right-hander, up in the pen. Four and 2/3 tonight from Bartolo Colon, who gave up 2 runs and is no longer on the hook for this game. 1-2 is in tight as Ortiz jumps back out of the way. 2-2. Matt Albers continuing to warm in the Boston pen. Lester at 108 pitches through the first 6 innings. Ortiz fouls it off, and that gets a piece of Russell Martin.
Rattles the mask right there of Russell Martin pretty good. Shake off the cobwebs, put the mask back on, and throw down some more signs.
Another foul, still 2-2. Logan facing his 3rd batter since coming into this game. He struck out Gonzalez with the bases loaded in the 5th, a huge strikeout. And he gets Youkilis to ground out to begin this inning. The strikeout coming in the 5th with Reddick at 3rd, Ellsbury at 2nd, Pedroia at 1st, and way out of the strike zone, but Gonzalez could not hold up. Wasn't a real comfortable at bat at any point for Adrian Gonzalez.
Now, it was very similar to that last pitch he just threw David Ortiz. Ortiz getting a better look at it than Gonzalez did.
Swing and a miss. Ortiz strikes out for the 2nd out of the 6th inning.
Now there's the breaking ball again, the slider. from Boone Logan to pick up the strikeout against Ortiz. So that's been an effective pitch both against Adrian Gonzalez and now David Ortiz.
The lefty coming up in Carl Crawford with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Crawford grounded out in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Colon had 2 Ks. Boone Logan has 2 Ks. There's a foul back to the screen. Foul tipped, 0-2. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore, a revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. In the dirt, and it's 1-2 now to Crawford. In the air down the left field line, and this will fall foul into the first row of seats down the left field line.
Well, the Red Sox playing some good defense in this game tonight. In the 2nd inning, Salt Lamacchia throwing out Derek Jeter at second base. In the same inning, Kyle Crawford going into the dive to take a hit away from Grandison. And then the double play ball, a base running mistake by Andrew Jones, and the Red Sox pick up a double play. They have Bud still trailing the game 3-2.
Crawford sends this out towards the gap in right center field. It'll get down. Swisher cuts it off, spins and fires back in, but it's a double with 2 outs for Carl Crawford. Nice play by Swisher to cut that down. Otherwise, it goes into the triangle, and Crawford would be on third.
You might be talking about 4 with his speed. Breaking ball at times stays out over the plate, and Crawford able to make good solid contact, and it was a nice play out there by Nick Swisher. Tracking that ball down, gets to it, and quickly gets it back in to hold Crawford to the 2-base hit.
Third double in the last 5 games for Carl Crawford, as that'll do it for Boone Logan. He departs with 2 outs in the inning. Pitching change from Fenway. Sunday's all-new Ultimate Red Sox Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance, features newcomer Eric Bedard to sit down with Theo Epstein, the best plays of July, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show Sunday at noon. Boone Logan departs. Yankees have a 3-2 lead. He's responsible for Carl Crawford at second base, as Jared Saltalamacchia stands in and sends one foul. Corey Wade into the game for New York. 17th appearance, 2-0, 1.89 earned run average, 13 Ks in 19 innings, and opponents hitting at 203 against him. Last worked on Wednesday night at Chicago, won an inning and 2/3 of perfect work, and got his second win out of the pen. Jumps ahead of Saltalamacchia, 0-2.
So far, 2 off-speed pitches, the breaking ball and the changeup to Saltalamacchia with that man in scoring position.
Tying run in scoring position with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Wade, originally a Dodgers 10th round pick in 04. Signed by the Yankees as a minor league free agent June 13th, and was working at AAA Scranton. Made his Yankees debut June 15th. And now it is Martin headed out to talk to Corey Wade. Saltalamacchia stays alive, still 1-2.
Again, Saltalamacchia has not seen a fastball yet. Change up one more time from Wade. This one stayed up in the zone, but Saltalamacchia fouling it straight back.
Framed by Martin, too far inside.
Good pitch there, all the soft stuff Salty, and then fastball just missing the inside corner. Everything had been away. Comes inside, but just missed.
Three and two now to Saltalamacchia. First time Corey Wade has ever faced the Red Sox. Big spot here with the tying run in scoring position. 2 down. Reddick waiting on deck. Saltalamacchia hits a one-hopper at Teixeira. He'll take it to the bag, and that will end the inning. Red Sox lead Crawford at second base. We've played 6, 3-2 Yankees. Eastern Bank, we believe something as simple as your checking account should come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking, see just how good a checking account can feel. Back at Fenway, where the Yankees have a 3-2 lead, it's on to the 7th inning, and John Lester's night is over after 6 innings tonight, as it is Matt Albers into the game to pitch the 7th, his 37th appearance. 3-3 with a 2.25 earned run average. 44 strikeouts to 18 walks, and opponents hitting at just .214 against Albers. Small one to Russell Martin, the Yankees catcher. Leads it off in the 7th. Action in the Yankees pen as Rafael Soriano, who was on the DL the last time the Red Sox played the Yankees, back in the pen again and warming up. He's made his 18th appearance on Wednesday. Foul back off to the right, and it's 1-2. Last Saturday was his first appearance back for the Yankees since May 13th, when he pitched against the Red Sox and had to leave the game, and was on the DL for a long time for the Yankees, but they get him back. One-two pitch from Matt Albers. Foul to the dish, 1-2. So John Lester tonight, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. They all come in the 6th inning. Walks for 2 of those walks coming in the 6th inning. And he strikes out 7 batters, 108 pitches for Lester tonight, 64 strikes. And is on the hook. 5 shutout innings from Lester in this game, but has trouble in the 6th inning. 1-2 is a one-hopper that explodes on Pedroia, but he picks it and throws out Russell Martin. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is, the Yankees on top of the Red Sox, 3-2.
Well, nice play by Dustin Pedroia. This ball hit on that very short hop right there. Pedroia playing it off to his left just a little bit, and then plenty of time to get Martin at first base.
So 1 out in the 7th inning. Jorge Posada, who is 0 for 2. Posada turns around here to bat from the left side now with John Lester out of the game and Matt Albers on the hill. Posada struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Flied into a double play in the 5th. Strike 1. Left-hander Randy Williams now warming in the Red Sox pen. Two and 1. Albers gave up a solo home run in the 9th inning on Monday. Jason Kipnis took him deep as Posada swings and misses. 2-2. It's just 2 home runs allowed by Albers in his last 72 games. And he snapped a scoreless streak for him of 13 1/3 in the last 10 outings for Albers, who's been incredibly valuable for Terry Francona this season. Posada strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. First K for Albers, 2 down in the 7th inning.
Excellent movement on that fastball from Matt Albers, running away from Jorge Posada. Saltalamacchia reaching out and catching it in the webbing of the glove. That ball moves so much.
Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Eduardo Nunez takes ball 1. Nunez had a bunt single in the 3rd inning and then walked in the 6th inning. Scored the first Yankees run of the night. Two and 0. Just 2 runs allowed by Albers in his last 20 outings. Covers 23 1/3 innings. Ball 3, 3 and 0. Eric Bedard and Tim Wakefield talking it over last night. Bedard in his Red Sox debut, 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. Not part of the decision here last night as the Red Sox dropped game 4 of the series to the Indians. There's strike 1, 3 and 1. Top of the Yankees order, Derek Jeter waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Ball 4 and Albers walks Nunez. 5th walk given up by Red Sox pitching in the game tonight.
And second time they have walked Nunez. He's also got the bunt base hit. I would expect him to try to steal here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. He's got 16 on the season.
Immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Peter, Eck, and Heidi. And a breakdown of John Lester's outing, including his take on tonight's performance. Plus, he'll have the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. So coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. 2 outs in the 7th. Nunez at first, and Albers will try to keep him close.
Obviously, if he steals in second base, he gets in scoring position for Jeter. If he's thrown out, Jeter leads off the 8th.
Russell Martin grounded out to second. Posada struck out swinging. Albers walks the number 9 man in Nunez. 2 outs, runner at first. There goes Nunez. They pitch out. Guess right. Now can they get him? Yes, they can. Pedroia applies the tag. Saltalamacchia is thrown out his second would-be base stealer. It's 3-2 Yankees. Let's check in with your need to know with NESN Daily presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Randy Scott. It's time now for tonight's Twisted but True Fact of the Game. Tuesday night, Kyle Sager started his day with a AAA Tacoma. Sager spent this afternoon starting at third and going 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts in Tacoma's 6-2 loss. After the game, he received a call informing him that he'd been called up to the Mariners, so he and his fiancee made the trip south to Safeco Field for the Mariners game with the A's. Sager got another crack at his first hit of the day as a pinch hitter, but ended up striking out in his second league of the day. Team results were better, however. The Mariners won 4-2. Played 2 games, 2 levels, 1 day. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. Josh Reddick leading it off. And there is strike 2, 0-2. Brett Gardner checks in left field as Andrew Jones comes out of the game. New pitcher is Rafael Soriano. His 19th appearance, 1-1 with a 4.76 earned run average. 3rd appearance since coming off the disabled list. Reddick pops it up, foul ground. Nunez by the seats makes the catch. And send it down to Heidi.
With Don Terry Francona announced the rotation moving forward. Facing the Yankees this weekend is John Lackey and Josh Beckett. Then Monday, Tim Wakefield will take the mound in Minnesota with Eric Bedard going Tuesday, followed by John Lester. Andrew Miller will get some downtime after throwing 71 pitches yesterday. He will be available in the bullpen in a few days and prepare to make a start in that 3-game series over 2 days against Tampa next homestand. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Fox tomorrow, ESPN on Sunday. And Andrew Miller last night, as Heidi mentioned, the 71 pitches, 3 innings last night, and he will get some downtime.
And the Red Sox will get plenty of road time over the next couple of weeks. Trip out to Minnesota and then Seattle back home for 3 games against Tampa, then off to Kansas City and Texas.
Line to left, Gardner just into the game and in his tracks out there, makes the catch, 2 down. Yeah, this next stretch is not pretty for the Red Sox.
No, it's a long time on the road and a very brief homestand with 3 games to be played in 2 days against the Tampa Bay Rays.
$14 of the next 17 beginning on Monday will be on the road. Pitch is in there for strike 1. And the Red Sox will cross the country. Make their 2nd West Coast trip of the year. The 1 is outside, 1-1. Soriano had 45 saves and 48 opportunities last year for the Tampa Bay Rays. Set the Rays franchise record. A career high in saves while ranking 3rd in the major leagues last year. 22 for 22 in home save opportunities last year for the Rays. But he comes to New York as a setup man for the greatest. 1-2 is fouled off. Mariano Rivera, 1,021 career appearances. Needs 1 to tie Jose Mesa and Lee Smith for 10th place in baseball's all-time list in games pitched. 1-2 is fouled off. He's already reached the 25 save plateau for the 15th straight season.
Second in the league in saves to Valverde. Papelbon tied for 4th in the league. Jonathan with 24 saves on the season.
1-2 pitch. Ellsbury strikes out. It's a 1-2-3 7th for Rafael Soriano. Yankees have a 3-2 lead. trip with the Twins and Mariners, plus the Boston Globe's Peter Abraham will have the latest news from the Red Sox clubhouse. Our live coverage begins with Monster Monday at 5:30, and it's only on NESN. 8th inning back at Fenway Park. Derek Jeter leading it off and taking strike one. Jeter flied out to center field in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, singled, and scored in the 6th inning. Matt Albers pitched the 7th, starts the 8th. Just outside, framed by Saltalamacchia. Pretty close pitch, 1-2.
A pretty nasty pitch there by Albers, just missing the outside corner if he did miss. Tough pitch for a hitter to lay off with 2 strikes on you.
Runs inside this time, 2-2. John Lester tonight, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 7 Ks, and Lester on the hook. 108 pitches. Randy Williams, who was up last inning, back up again. 2-2 pitch. He went around, striking out. Pitch inside, tried to hold up, could not. Second strikeout for Albers.
Now Jeter looked like he was trying to get out of the way of this fastball that was tailing inside, but yet the bat comes across home plate in the process. And called immediately by the home plate umpire Cooper.
So 1 out here in the 8th inning. Curtis Granderson, the batter. The Yankees have been very good at the end of games. David Robertson handling the 8th inning. It's going to be Jabba Chamberlain's job, Rafael Soriano's job, but it has been David Robertson who has been amazing at getting them to Mariano Rivera.
David Robertson, an all-star this year for the New York Yankees.
Very tough to be an all-star as a middle reliever. Ask Daniel Bard. That's how good David Robertson has been. Generally, starters and closers take up a lot of spots on the all-star rosters. And Bard is as good as you can be in his role, not an all-star. Granderson takes strike 2. Granderson has struck out, lined out, singled to drive in a run. Mark Teixeira waits on deck here in the 8th. Hopped up. Youkilis into foul ground. Makes the catch, 2 down. Coming up after the game, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC, Peter, Eck, and Heidi. The final word from Fenway and a preview of the Red Sox upcoming 6-game road trip that begins Monday in Minnesota, plus highlights from around the majors, including Ubaldo Jimenez's Indians debut. It's all coming up right after the game, and it's only on NESN. 2 outs in the 8th as Mark Teixeira, his 4th plate appearance of the night. Teixeira struck out, grounded out, and walked. Strike one, 1-1. Albers trying to go 2 innings for the 9th time this season. He's one of the last additions to the roster leaving spring training. One of the most valuable guys coming out of the pen. Popped up, short left. Crawford coming in. He will put it away. 7.5 done. Red Sox trail by a run, but coming up, Pedroia, Gonzalez, and Youkilis when we come back. Dustin Pedroia gets cleaned out at second base. Nunez coming in hard. Red Sox had a 1-0 lead when David Ortiz came to bat in the bottom of the 4th, makes it 2-0. Big Papi gets 21st home run of the year. Then the Yankees go to work in the 6th inning. Nick Swisher with a double that drives in the go-ahead run. And the Yankees have a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning at Fenway Park. In the game for New York is David Robertson. 47th appearance and some very good numbers. 3-0, 1.48 ERA, 68 Ks and 42 2/3. As the pitch misses high to Pedroia. Pretty similar in the way the Red Sox can shorten games from a bullpen perspective. They got a lead in the 8th and 9th. But some very good pitching in the back end of both of these bullpens.
Exactly, Don, right. These bullpens kind of mirror one another, don't they?
Very, very similar. Both closers limbering up. One's got a lead right now. Pedroia rolls over the 2-0 foul.
One's got a lead. The other one's hoping his club takes the lead here in the 8th inning.
Good numbers for Dustin against David Robertson. Dustin singled his last time up. It's a 1-for-3 night. Swing and a miss. And geared up for the fastball was Pedroia. Got it. Couldn't do anything with it. 2-2.
Again, that fastball at about 93 up above the letters of Dustin Pedroia.
On the ground to third base. Nunez has got it. Throws out Pedroia for the first out of the 8th. Sent it down to Heidi.
Now it's time for the HP Touchpad MLB News and Notes. Cliff Lee was dominant last night in his first regular season start against the Giants in 2 years. He struck out 8 batters with no walks. He sat down 10 in a row at one point in his major league leading 5th shutout this season. And today, the Los Angeles Dodgers and Major League Baseball have agreed on a bankruptcy financing plan for the team. According to court documents, the league will provide unsecured financing of up to $150 million for the Dodgers. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. 1 out in the 8th inning for Adrian Gonzalez, who is 0 for 3 in the game. Fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. Well, I think the Yankees, I think everybody figured heading into the offseason that Cliff Lee was headed to New York, and I think that includes the Yankees. They seem to put all their eggs in one basket heading into the free agent offseason. When it didn't happen, they really didn't have a plan. And then to make matters worse, Andy Pettitte retired. All of a sudden, they're missing 2 big parts of their rotation. Gonzalez didn't go.
I think Lee surprised a lot of people by going back to Philadelphia.
I think most thought that if he did not go to the Yankees, it was back to Texas, where he appeared to be very comfortable.
Yep.
But the Phillies came in the end.
And part of a very strong Philly rotation, obviously.
They are supposed to get Roy Oswalt back and be part of what is an amazing rotation. Pretty tall task for anybody that has the Phillies in a playoff series. This is to left as in comes Gardner to make the catch. 2 down. It's been a very quiet night for Gonzalez, who is 0 for 4. His biggest at bat was in the 5th. The bases loaded when he struck out. Here he flies out, and there's 2 down in the 8th inning. Kevin Youkilis, a 1 for 3 night. There's strike 1 over the outside corner. Robertson is the 5th Yankees pitcher of the night. Bartolo Colon gave up the 2 runs the Red Sox have in 4 2/3, and he was initially on the hook, not any longer. Lined and caught and short by Jeter. Robertson enjoys a 1-2-3/8. We hit for the 9th, 3-2 New York. committed to helping the cause. Ninth inning at Fenway Park, 3-2. The Yankees on top. Red Sox move on to Randy Williams, who comes in here for the ninth. His 7th appearance, 0-1, 7.04 earned run average. And he takes over from Matt Albers, who went 2 innings for the 9th time this season. Albers did not give up a hit nor a run. Walked a batter and struck out 2. Alfredo Aceves warming in the Boston pen as the inning starts, and as you might imagine, the Yankees pen has Mariano Rivera. Robinson Cano to lead it off in the 9th. Cano 0 for 3, struck out twice and bounced into a double play. One and one. Randy Williams going an inning and a third on Wednesday against the Indians. It's his longest scoreless outing of the year. One is outside, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch is in the air to right. Reddick on the run is going to make the running grab. He got a good jump and kept on running towards the warning track and the wall to make the catch.
Excellent jump out in right field by Josh Reddick. Cano putting that ball on the line. Reddick gets the very good jump and makes the catch going to the warning track. Looks like he had complete control of that the whole way.
One out in the 9th inning for Nick Swisher. There's 2 hits in the game, a single and a double, wrapped around a strikeout. His double in the 6th inning produced the go-ahead run for the Yankees, and it's holding up right now. New York on top, 3-2. Two and 0. That was pretty close. Lester for 6 innings tonight. John on the hook. 2 innings from Albers. Now Randy Williams as the first out of the 9th. Little help from Josh Reddick in right. Here's a foul ball. 2-1. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, to stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th inning, scheduled to have Ortiz, Crawford, and Saltalamacchia bat, as it is 5, 6, and 7. Anticipated against Mariano Rivera. Swisher may have gone. They check. No, he did not, says Mark Carlson. And it's a full count, 3-2. And a good call for Mark Carlson. 3-2 pitch to Nick Swisher. There's ball 4. Down to first base he goes with 1 out. Lengthy at bat, fouled off some pitches, took some, and it's a 1-out walk. That is walk number 6 of the night given up by Red Sox pitching. 4 for Lester, 1 for Albers, and 1 now for Williams as Brett Gardner bats for the first time tonight. Took over defensively in the 7th for Andrew Jones, who had walked twice and grounded out. But Gardner, a .279 hitter, his first plate appearance of the night. Gardner takes strike 1. Red Sox had a 2-0 lead with runs in the 3rd and 4th. The Yankees get a 3-run 6th inning off Lester, and it's the difference in the game. That breaking ball's in for strike 2.
Fastball followed by the curveball from Randy Williams. Quickly gets ahead of Brett Gardner. No balls and 2 strikes.
This one fouled back in behind the Yankees dugout. A nice catch.
Fastball in that time. Gardner slapping it foul. See if Williams goes back to the breaking ball to try to put away Gardner.
We're going to throw to first. And back is Swisher.
2 first.
I went Dubs on the first.
Yeah, got to get Dubs out there, Don, in the Yankee Red Sox game. That's good.
Now they're thinking along with you. A fastball up. The 0-2 pitch is not tantalizing enough. 94, 1-2. David Ortiz will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. He's got the bat in hand and ready to go as the Red Sox, at the very least, to be dealing with a 1-run deficit. Facing Rivera. The 1-2 is grounded at first. Gonzalez goes to second for 1, and there'll be no return throw. They get the lead runner at Swisher, 2 down. Especially with Gardner running, he can fly.
Yeah, the fastest of all the Yankees. No chance to double him up on this play. Gonzalez making sure he gets that force out at second. Not even throw by Scudero to first base. As Swisher coming in hard, trying to make sure there's no double play.
Terry Francona with 2 outs in the 9th inning. He'll make the pitching change, and Alfredo Aceves will be coming in. It's 3-2 New York. Sox 2 outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. And Russell Martin coming up to face a new Red Sox pitcher, Alfredo Aceves, his 33rd appearance. 7-1. Former Yankee has a 3.16 earned run average. Opponent's hitting at .212 against Aceves. Takes over for Randy Williams. With 2 outs in the 9th, and checks on Gardner at first base.
He'll probably be trying to steal with 2 outs, try to get another guy in scoring position.
It's been an 0-for-3 night for the Yankees catcher, Russell Martin, who has popped out, struck out, and grounded out, and is down 0-1. Yankees kind of giving up on Aceves after he worked out of their bullpen the last couple of seasons. And he has been incredibly valuable for the Red Sox as it works out, and now pitching against his old team. Started relieved on multiple innings for Terry Francona and been in some very key spots. Martin hits it towards left center field. On the move is Crawford. He'll get there. We head for the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be David Ortiz, Carl Crawford, and Jared Saltalamacchia. Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com, Grey Goose, Nissan, Sullivan Tire, Bermuda Tourism, and by Cholula Hot Sauce. 3-2, Yankees on top of the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. And Mariano Rivera into the game, his 44th appearance. A 1-1 record, a 1.74 earned run average. 28 out of 32 on the year. He's got 37 Ks to just 5 walks all year. And opponents hitting at .232 against Rivera. It's a visit from Robinson Cano. It's only the 2nd appearance this season for Mariano Rivera against the Red Sox, and we told you about the back end of this Yankees pen. Soriano goes an inning, all zeros with a strikeout. Robertson is a perfect 8th. And now Rivera for the 9th will face Big Papi. Ball one. David homered back in the fourth inning, his 21st home run of the year. Ball two, 2-0. Rivera named to his 12th All-Star team back on July 3rd. On attend the game, replaced on the roster by Jordan Walden of the Angels. Ground ball right side on the 2-0, and Teixeira will handle out number one of the ninth.
Well, of course, that's the pitch that Mariano Rivera has made a Hall of Fame career on, the cut fastball. And he throws the cutter to David Ortiz on the 2-0 count. The result, the ground ball to first base.
Cano had been in first, now Jeter in to talk to Rivera. Was one out in the ninth. Here is Carl Crawford, who was grounded out, struck out, and doubled. Popped up, foul ground, should reach the seats, and will. Red Sox had a 2-0 lead into the sixth inning when the Yankees scored 3 times. One bad inning tonight for John Lester, and it is the difference in the game. Crawford with good numbers against Rivera, waiting on a 1-1. On the ground is short. Jeter rounds in behind it. Off balance throw. In and out of the glove. It's Teixeira. Couldn't pick it. And reaching is Crawford. It's a base hit. Tying run at first base with one out in the ninth.
Yeah, Jeter knew he had to rush that play with Crawford going down the line. He has to go to his right, kind of circle the ball, surround it. The quick off balance throw is going to bounce, and Teixeira can't come up with it at first base. He comes up with it, Crawford's probably out. Pedroia loves it. Base hit.
Tying run at first in speedy Carl Crawford, who gains his lead. Jared Saltalamacchia is 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Salty, and it's 0-1.
We'll see if Crawford, who's probably got the green light, will be taking second base or trying to. There's the cutter again, is Saltalamacchia.
This is Saltalamacchia's first at bat against Mariano Rivera in his career. One and one. Last time the Red Sox had a base runner was the 6th inning. Prior to this, in the 9th, and with 2 outs, Crawford was at second. Saltalamacchia grounded out. Now he takes strike 2. Fouled back, and it hangs at 1-2. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Crawford has not yet tried to steal second base. strike 3 call. Saltalamacchia down by way of the K. 2 down in the 9th.
He doesn't like it, but that's what Rivera does. He wears you out inside with the cutter, then he'll go outside with the cutter and pick up the outside corner. Everything inside to Saltalamacchia, then the cut fastball away.
So 2 down for Josh Reddick. 2 hits tonight, a single in the 3rd, a single in the 5th, both to right field. And he fouled out to Eduardo Nunez at third base in the 7th. There goes Crawford on the first pitch, and Reddick fouls it off. He gets a piece of Eric Cooper, the home plate umpire.
It's almost like you have to give him at least one chance to steal second base. Off goes Crawford at first base with a very good jump. But Reddick swinging and fouling the ball off.
I see you wincing up here, like, give me a chance to get to second base.
Give me one chance to get to second base. Give me a strike.
Take one. Crawford not going, and all of a sudden the Red Sox are down to their last strike. Reddick has taken 2 rips and is down 0-2. Fenway Park will stand as one. Reddick strikes out, and the Yankees take game 1. Classic Mariano Rivera comes on and shuts the door on the Red Sox in the 9th. The Red Sox out of first place for the first time since June the 6th. And the Yankees are now in first place as they take game 1. And looking back at this game, Jerry, the end of this game was secured by the Yankees bullpen in impressive fashion.
It certainly was. And I go back to Joe Girardi taking out Bartolo Colon and bringing out Boone Logan in that bases loaded situation. And that was key, I thought, at that time, because a base hit there gives the Red Sox a commanding lead. And then after that, the rest of the bullpen came in and did a fantastic job against the Red Sox.
So a 3-2 Yankees win in game 1 for Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney. I'm Don Orsillo saying good night from Fenway Park. Join us again Monday night from Target Field in Minnesota. Red Sox open up a 3-game series with the Twins. This has been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. Let's send it now to the NESN HD Television Center and Tom Caron.